Hey guys, this is your girl Jennifer Lynn, the Crown Jewel, and I am back with another YouTube video. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So today I am coming to you guys with a prophetic word from the Lord. As always, always take whatever word you receive back to the Lord to see if this word is in fact for you. So let's get started. Today we are talking about the female counterfeit. That's right, the female counterfeit. So, this is considered an urgent message. Usually, when the Lord gives me a dream or a vision or just something that's considered a prophetic message, and He gives it to me over and over, that usually means it's an urgent message. So today he gave me the vision three times of the nails of females. You know, as females we like to get our nails done, and so I had like three different visions, like I said, of the hands of females that had their nails done. Now, prior to today, I had been seeing the nails of females, and I kind of just disregarded it. I think I may have had something else going on. I don't know. But like I said, usually when God gives it to me over and over, back to back, that's usually considered an urgent message. So in the vision, I seen the hands and nails of different females, where these nails, they were, decorated. However, women like to get their nails done with the different designs. There was one set of nails. They were extremely long, and they were like a light rainbow color. They were very pretty, but they were extremely long, and they looked like claws, which to me that represents deception. So um the Lord is trying to tell you guys, these are the hands that represents counterfeits when it comes to your kingdom spouse. So a lot of you guys are wondering, why have you not come together with your kingdom spouse? And it's because they have the attention of a female counterfeit. Either these counterfeits, they're planning to go in after these spouses that's supposed to be yours, or they currently have the attention of your spouse. You know, many of you guys I've witnessed where some of the spouses, mainly females, you're upset, you're crying, you're depressed because you do not understand why your kingdom spouse is off dating these other women when God has told you that this is your husband. So this is either a kingdom spouse that you have come in contact with, that God has told you that this is your husband, or it's either a prodigal. I don't usually talk about prodigals on this channel, but as we know, prodigals are people that has stepped away from God, and so they're living a bit of a reckless life. So, or it could be a spouse that you have not met yet at all. I don't know what category that you fall in, but based on what God has told you. And so, like I said, there's a lot of women, mainly, that I have witnessed where they're upset, they're complaining, they're crying. They will even go back and forth with the counterfeit if this kingdom spouse of yours is someone that you may have been with in the past, maybe in a past relationship, and now somehow this counterfeit, she's aware of you, and so she wants to taunt you. And some of the women, they will go back and forth with these counterfeits. And my thing is, why are you going back and forth with a counterfeit when God has already released the promise to you? He has already told you that this is your kingdom spouse. And so when you know that God has already spoken something to you, it is time for you to believe that and go into action. And so like I said, we don't want to go back and forth with the counterfeit. To me, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of energy. If this is someone from your past that you're supposed to be coming into covenant with, God has showed you that, then that means you should be standing in the gap for this kingdom spouse until you guys come together. And so a lot of like I said, mainly females, and I don't want to come off harsh or anything, but my thing is it's time to go into action mode. So when you're done crying, when you're done being upset, when you're done complaining, which we all have those moments in life when we're going through things, it's only so long of that. So if you feel like you're in a place where you're about to break, I take a day or two, and then it's time for you to get into position and start going into action. And that means you're standing in the gap for this kingdom spouse through prayer and scripture. So the enemy, what he wants us to do, he wants us to focus on what we see. He wants us to focus on what we feel. But God says focus on his word. What does his word say? What has God already shown you? What has he already told you? So I need you guys to find scriptures of what God has already told you, and that's considered your action plan. You should be going into prayer for not only yourself, your spouse, but also your marriage. So when you guys come in to encounter each other, you guys are in full agreement in terms of where God is taking you. Again, and I've talked about it quite a bit. The enemy, he wants to eliminate the covenant. He wants to eliminate family. He wants to eliminate any plan that God has set in place for his people. So, like I said, it's time for you guys to go into action mode. And so, if you look at the story of Esther, things did not start moving and shifting quickly until she went into action when she decided, okay, I'm going to do a fast. I'm going to have my people to do a fast. I'm going to get into action mode and I'm going to go before the king. That's when everything shifted and the enemy, which is Haman, fell, and she was able to have her people freed and things of this nature. There was no attack against them. So it's going to be the same thing with you guys when you decide, you know, it's time to just stop the crying, stop being depressed. It's time to stop feeling this. Get on your post and do what you need to do and go into action. And it's time for you to stand against the enemy. Get in your prayer closet, and it's time to take the enemy down. So, my thing is, this is the only way that these spouses are going to start walking towards us. A lot of these spouses, they may not have a relationship with God. So that means you should be standing in the gap for them until they come into full agreement with God is calling them to do in their lives. You have to stand in agreement. Just like I said, a lot of people, I'm not going to go back and forth with a counterfeit. I'm not wasting my time like that. If you want to go against the counterfeit, go against the counterfeit through prayer. And so, like I said, these counterfeits, they're after these spouses. And so the enemy, he's sending these counterfeits left and right. And this is mainly a message for women because, like I said, I seen the nails of of female counterfeits. And so, like I said, these counterfeits, they're placing spells, they're doing witchcraft, all these different things. I wouldn't try to, if you know your spouse, don't try to warn them, anything of that nature. Just simply start going into daily prayer to take the enemy down. And so that's the best advice that I can give you guys. This situation is real. I always say this world is more spiritual than physical. And I am seeing that each and every day. We have to start fighting the enemy in the spirit. And so I want you guys to see if you can look on YouTube and look up Bill Winston. He did sermon today on this very thing. Whatever you have, whatever situation you have before you, you can speak to that and cause an automatic change in your life. So we're not going to deal with the physical, we're going to deal with the spiritual, because as we know, all things are is spiritual before it's physical. So this is your girl Jennifer Land, the crown jewel, and I will talk with you guys next time.